Hello and welcome to the Open Book channel. My name is Oli Ander, your designated open book, and today I wanted to talk about spreading myself too thin as a writer because I'm finding the pull of success on social media is both too big an opportunity to pass up, but also repeatedly too big an investment in effort that never seems to pay off. Anyone who's made a go at publishing before will know how being a successful author is so much more than finishing a book, which is hard enough on its own, but afterwards requires skills in editing or managing edits by other people, making network connections if you're going traditional, and self promotion and marketing even if you're not. All that's required in the aftermath of writing a book takes away from the time spent actually writing, and for a lot of people, ends up ruining their identity as one. Struggling through the release, disappointed with the lack of reward, people might quit what they love, or at the very least, be deterred from participating in it again for a while. I know the argument against this is that if you truly love writing, nothing will stop you, and the rest of it isn't necessary. It's all just chasing fame. And without any nuance, that is true. But selling enough books to earn a living is the dream because it's the only job that supports doing the writing that you love. It's what's going to guarantee you'll get all the time you want to write because it's not in conflict with securing your livelihood anymore. Being monetarily supported by the thing you love to do helps you to do that thing. And for writing, achieving sales requires marketing. Even if you don't let cultivating a social media presence derail your writing time, you do still need to exist out there so you can be found and read. Speaking personally, I don't actually care about the numbers. I don't care about being a household name or becoming a bestseller. The only thing I want is to support my writing with my writing, and I'll be content with whatever the bare minimum of that happens to be, which means I unfortunately need to do the whole social media song and dance. I know this. I know why I need to do this. I just explained it. But I am also starting to feel like it's not necessarily derailing my creativity, expending too much effort on social media, but it's also proved to be a wasted effort so far in my career. I am both stuck in a sunk cost fallacy, but at the same time propelled by a lack of traction. When it comes to social media, I don't belong anywhere yet. I haven't found my people, and I still want to. I've been on many different sites over the years. My social media branding journey started on Facebook, and then it went to Twitter, Instagram, and now I'm on Threads and YouTube. And I've never even necessarily jumped ship like other creators do. When a platform is dying or gets too controversial, creators make announcements and leave for the next new thing. Like people going from Vine to Musically to Reels and TikTok, none of which I have any experience with. And sure, I went along with the flow during the mass exodus of X, but it wasn't to stay relevant, it was because I didn't have anything tethering me to where I already was. I never found my niche, never found a community or a following, so there's been no incentive to stay. The effort of starting over is a lot, though. Any creator who shifted platforms will know that, but it's also an investment that feels stupid not to take when nothing you do gets any traction anyway. It's never worked out here, so why not go over there instead? Try again. And I started writing this because I'm sitting here about to start a Substack page. I'm already on Ko-fi and Patreon. Both are dead, as in I don't have any active supporters, though I wish that either of their social feeds actually acted like one and I could invest everything into it. I'm hoping that Substack can be that. With Substack's new notes feed, it's a lot more like social media. People, writers specifically, those who put time into YouTube videos, host author interviews, or weird niche periodicals, they are all saying they get better traction on Substack. And I want to believe them. I want this one to be the one. But I can't help but feel like I'm getting fooled. Again. Is this going to be one more giant expended effort to spread out onto a new platform that never has any payoff? I know I'm just being cynical. It's worth trying because I've got nothing to lose and everything to gain. I'm just tired. I hesitated on making a Substack for so long because I couldn't figure out how to fit it into my workflow. I like Ko-fi and Patreon because they have multiple tiers that you can set the price and rewards of yourself, and separate shop tabs where you can host selling stuff to anyone, plus discounts for the products as tier rewards. Substack's tiers are limited, and though you can set anything you want up for rewards on a separate page, I like the shop tab system a lot for back-end organization. Having a founder tier on Substack is weird to me because I don't know what more to offer them. It'd just be a matter of someone giving me more money, which I can't conceptualize. Why would they do that? But first and foremost, the main draw and marketing of Substack is that you're cultivating a newsletter list. You can go to people's pages like a little website where all their posts appear, but their tier system is based on people receiving continuous content through newsletters. And I don't have time for that, to make a newsletter once a month on top of everything else I'm already doing. The reason Ko-fi and Patreon work is because they're the same format. They let me quickly drop my video as an update and not do anything outside of promoting something I already put on YouTube. But then I realized, since I'm also posting every video in article form on Medium anyway, I guess that counts. That's more along the lines of what Substack is looking for in content, so I'll just repurpose that and start posting the articles directly to each of the other platforms too. I was worried about spreading myself too thin by adding Substack to the list of social media that I have to juggle, and it's a valid concern. Taking on actually doing a newsletter would be too much, but I've managed to equate the Substack tiers to the other platforms, and at this point, I'll put a whole article on all of them when I put out a video, and that'll just be that. The moral of the story is, if you're going to do cross-platform posting, don't overcommit. Pick platforms for yourself where it makes sense and doesn't add anything else to your plate. If it can't be easily adapted to the format of the other platforms, you gotta ignore the FOMO. Make social media work for you. Social media shouldn't be the work, because that's not what you're supposed to be spending your time on. Creating is. So you can find me on Substack now. I post my videos and articles to it, and Ko-fi and Patreon, so take your pick. All my main open book content is free, no matter which you sign up to. They all have free tiers and follow functions. The writing and downloadable benefits to Ko-fi and Patreon tiers, which I make available in their shops, can also be found on the corresponding Substack tab. It took a lot of work to move and schedule everything relevant that I've done on this channel over on Substack, and I'm declaring now, this has got to be the last time. I don't have it in me to do this again. So I'll see you over there, or here, or any of the other places. Thanks for watching. Bye.